Hello viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is a channel where we discuss educative issues, and currently we are dealing with the set books. And the set books that we are discussing currently are Fathers of Nation, the Samaritan, and also the Silent Song. Today I wanted to take a break from the direct discussions of these books, and now we look at how do you prepare for a literature class as a teacher. I think it is important that we also handle issues of the classroom so that our students can get the best from us. Now, number one is that as a professional teacher, you need to have the professional documents before you go to class, because the content that we deliver to our students are actually delivered through these professional documents. Number one professional document that you need to have is a syllabus, because the syllabus will give you the general goal of studying literature or of studying English as a language. Then from there, we develop what we call the schemes of work. And having developed the scheme of work, then from it, you will get the lesson plan. And as you prepare the lesson, you must also have the lesson notes, because the lesson notes would guide you on the kind of content that you're going to deliver to our students. Now, apart from that, learners, we want to know their progress. So you must also have the learner's progress, maybe moving from 10 to 12, 12 to 14, something like that. So we have to know whether we have learners who are actually making some progress in their learning. Now, let's get to literature. And I know as teachers of literature, you ask a lot of questions. Which ones are the most effective methods to use while you're teaching literature? Number one, very effective method that you can use is that of discussion. But remember, discussion can never happen unless you have read through the book. So reading through the book together with your students is core in the study of literature. For instance, when you read with them, they get to know the plot of the story. For instance, when you read through Fathers of Nations, the storyline is a bit complex. It is not as easy as people think, because the story begins at its very end when the four observers are being checked in at the Seamount Hotel. Then from there we get to learn much about these observers. We get into their lives, but remember that the story begins at its very end. So it is always important to read the story together with the students. Of course, the first reading is theirs, they have to read through. Then the second reading is you and them doing it together. Then having read through that, then now we can bring in issues like discussions, because you cannot discuss content that you have never read. Another method that you can probably use is what we call the role play. It's very effective in literature. I use it quite often, and you've been watching our YouTube channel, and you see our students actually enacting the very actions that are happening in the text that we teach them. So it is one way of making sure that they memorize and also they internalize what happens in the text. I use it quite often, and it is so effective. They will never lose their memories of those things that they have enacted. I also sometimes use the question and answer method, where we get maybe to ask them certain very simple questions, like what does AGDA means in Fathers of Nations. So they should always be able